Have I found the elusive white whale? A dress watch that I love? Old Line Watches. Hey there, welcome to Old Line Watches. With you as always is Jeremy, your old man from the Old Line state of Maryland. Today, we're doing something, well, not necessarily different, but different for me, I guess. A dress watch. I usually do sport watches, things like that. You're more casual end of the spectrum. But a friend of mine, Mr. E's Watch Reviews, sent me a message. Hey man, you want to check this thing out? I knew nothing about the brand. I had to look up how to pronounce it. It's Söner. And yeah, it's pretty great. We'll get into all that shortly. But the brand itself, Söner, is started in 2016. And the brand owner, Freddie, wanted to get away from everything being so round. So he does nothing but square and rectangle watch cases. Really cool niche to like dive into and be like, I'm just gonna do this thing well. Another bold move was the 10-year warranty. Company's only been around since 2016, so we haven't actually seen any of their watches leave the warranty period just yet. But it is again, it's a very bold move and a very, not cocky, confident, very confident move. Say, yeah, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make sure your watch is running just as good as the day you bought it for a full decade, which is impressive. Well, anywho, I hope I've got your interest peaked up enough to watch the rest of the video, so let's turn the camera on and make it happen. Stats and specs. Let's dive right in and say hello to the Söner Nostalgia in the Paris colorway. All of their line, the case gets one name and the dial color gets another. So this is the Nostalgia case, the Paris dial. It has a width of 28 millimeters, a height not counting the lugs of 34, full lug to lug of 40 mil, lug width of 20 millimeter. It is a svelte 7.3 millimeters thick, and weighing in with the strap that came with it, which is not the one that is on currently, we'll get to that in a moment, came in at 52 grams. It is powered by the ETA 901.001 quartz movement. The big how do you do of that is the 11-year battery life. That's right, 11 years. The battery lasts longer than the warranty. The surgical steel case has been given a hardening treatment to bring it up to about 800 Vickers. And this has been a traveling preview watch, so it's been in the hands of a lot of reviewers, and it's only picked up a couple of scratches on that really high polished case. So I'm going to say that hardening did its job for sure. The case features a double H design, or at least that's what I've been calling it in my head. The case itself is shaped like an H, and then the bezel is shaped like a smaller version of that. Pretty cool. It adds a nice degree of, I don't want to say texture. It helps it from looking kind of boring. It just adds an interesting aspect to it. It is protected by a curved sapphire crystal that has 5 layers of anti-reflective coating on the underside of it. The crown is a basic push-pull, signed, unguarded, very straightforward, easy to use. As this was a review piece, it's been through several hands, and I don't know if this strap was replaced at some point or if this was a prototype watch and this is just a strap that came along with it, but either way, this I do not believe is a strap you can get with the watch anymore or at all. It is not signed with the Söner logo anywhere like these straps on their website are. This particular style with like the rally holes and everything like that is not available on their website at all. I think this is just an aftermarket strap, and it has nothing to do with the actual function of the watch. If you go to the website, which will be linked in the description, you can see all the different straps that are available, including a bracelet, but not this bracelet. This is one I had laying around, to be honest, and it just, I gave it a shot and it really clicked with me. It gave me that tingle in my nether regions that you're always wanting to get with a watch. The dial is a flat white with the Söner name and logo and nostalgia printed onto it. The indices are applied. The 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11 are kind of trapezoidal, no right angles there. And the 3, 6, 9, 12 are a little bit thicker and right angled. I don't know if I'll be able to catch this on my camera. The hands have a slight bit of a curvature to them. They're not just straight flat. There you go, you can kind of see it. It's very subtle, but it does add a little bit of depth to the hands and the overall presentation. The watch, thankfully, features 0 lume, as it should for a dress watch. And here's where I fell in love with it. The curvature is dead ass perfect. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. Everyone's wrists are a little bit different, but it landed on mine just beautifully. It's really, really comfortable. This beads of rice bracelet that I just tried on a lark just hits perfect, works great. You know what they say about a new strap transforming a watch completely? This one definitely does. Props and slops. For the props. For the props. This is, no joke, the first dress watch that I am like completely in love with and would almost consider as a daily wear. The beads of rice keeps it elegant, but a leather strap on this would make it too dressy. At that point, I need to be wearing a suit. But for some reason, the bracelet, it just lands differently, and I feel like I could wear this every day. As for slops, the only thing I can say about it as almost a negative, it's a little pricey, but we're going to get to that at the bottom line right now. The bottom line. So this retails on the Söner website for $385 with whichever strap you would like. They have 3 or 4 different leather options and a steel one that's different than this one, but also looks very nice. And I don't think it's too expensive, but for a quartz, it might give people pause. It is a Swiss movement. It is a hardened case, curved sapphire glass. It hits all of the things that make that a worthwhile price to ask, but within the watch aficionado community, once you say quartz, a lot of times people get a little, it turns them off a little bit, I guess. Also on the website is the same style in an automatic with a Solita movement, but it is a 10.5 mil thick instead of the 7.3 of this. So it's about 35-40% thicker. I don't know how that would affect the wearability or not. It's also, it would be a 3-hander with a running seconds and a date window for the automatic, that is. I like the simplicity here. I would love to try the automatic, but frankly, I think the quartz in this particular situation is the superior watch. Call me a weirdo. Welcome to the end of the video where we summarize that I like this watch. And you should like, subscribe, comment, that stuff. But even if you don't do that, I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. And I ask that you go out into the world and do something nice for somebody, you know. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Until next time, this is your old man from the Old Line State, signing off.